All right. Hey.
Did you do shared? I didn't see it
Yeah.
come up.
All right. Repeat after me.
I'm
Re,
spidering.
uh,
Yeah.
repeat after
Pete
me.
is over there sitting by himself.
Hold on. What first thing you need to say is raise your hand.
Raise your hand and repeat after
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, you don't. You don't have to raise your hand. You have them raise their hand.
Oh. Oh. All right. Raise your hand and repeat after me. So help me God. Ah, God damn. That's the end of it. Hold on. All right. There we go.
We might have some
All right.
technical difficulties here.
Rise your. Shut up, Chief. All right. Raise your
This
hands
is
and
gonna go
repeat after me.
smooth. Smooth as
You
butter.
swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. I feel like I missed something. Did I miss a part? That felt shorter than usual. Did I miss a part?
Ah, yes.
And nothing
you
but the
did.
truth. And nothing but the truth. God damn.
Oh
Hey, no
no,
phone.
no,
Hey, no phones.
no.
No nothing in the courtroom, or you will be escorted out and face severe punishments. Do you understand me?
Severe punishment.
All right. Raise your hands and repeat after me. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God?
You still got it wrong.
Oh my
Do you
goodness.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Go.
What? What?
I'm gonna fuck that up.
What?
I need Tommy,
Whoa.
Bree,
Oh,
Riddy,
it's game over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shut this shit down. Shut this. He's guilty. He's guilty. Let me save y'all time. Put his ass in jail.
Wow.
Can I get the
Out of
new
a file.
juror? Can I get y'all's
Some
asses
bias
sitting
going
down
on
already?
here.
Who
I
was
think there
who was
needs
the
to
other
be a
juror?
more-
I
Raise
didn't
your
see
right
the-
hand and
I didn't see the
repeat after
message.
me. I promise to tell the truth.
Bree,
the whole
Tommy,
truth, and nothing but
Reedy.
the truth. So help
There you
me
go.
God.
Yeah, see what he just said. Did you hear?
I don't have enough pay grade for that. You hear me?
Raise your right hand and
Mm.
repeat
You'd
after
after
me.
me.
I promise to tell the truth,
Oh shit.
Hey, I
the
can see
whole
him now.
truth, and nothing but
All
the
rise
truth.
for the
So help
Honorable
me
Derek
God.
O'Brien.
Yeah,
Sir,
not
sir, if
yet.
you keep talking all that shit, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Indeed. Dear
All
God, I
rise.
worked hard to get
All right. I said all rise. All right, sir. All rise.
It's
Sir,
not
sir,
court
sir,
intention
sir,
yet.
sir, I'm gonna.
Sit down.
You know,
Dear
Dale, can I talk to you, Dale? Can I talk to you, Dale?
Uh-oh.
I didn't know what I was doing. I am
I don't know
mentally
what's going on.
disabled.
What's up, Raz?
All right. You may be seated.
I'm gonna go for a quick smoke while they're getting this going, but I'll still have my voices here. I'm gonna be on my phone
I'm about to get
watching.
demoted. I just got promoted yesterday. I'm about to get demoted today, man. God damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh my God, you're under arrest.
Sorry.
You're under arrest.
My bad. I'm
Under
sorry,
arrest.
dude. Damn. Are we joining courtroom one?
Yes, we're about to in the Discord. Yes, we're about to.
Okay.
behind me.
Wait,
speaking
who
with
was the
Steve
other
out of
juror?
his friend's
Bree and
hair.
Tommy?
Indeed,
I got my guys with
Yeah.
fingers.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, y'all need to be sworn in too. So, where'd my bailiff go? God damn it!
Oh,
Come here.
I'm here.
All right. You gonna swear these jurors in real quick?
All right. Raise your hand and repeat after me. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
You gonna lie?
I swear to
Yeah,
tell
know
the
that
truth, only the
The
truth,
whole
and nothing
truth.
but the truth. Oh, the
Can't
whole truth
smoke
and
in the
nothing but the
court.
truth. Or help me God.
Yep.
So help me, God.
So be it.
So help me God.
So help me
So be it.
God.
You're just making it harder for
There
me.
you go.
There's a
Perfect.
SWAT
God
team.
better help me.
You
Which
guys
one of
are
those
fucked up.
stabbed that young man outside the courthouse? Which one of those stabbed him? I saw the whole thing.
Oh shit, wrong one.
I think it was a big one with tattoos, not that scrawny guy.
Where is it at?
Poor
I see
man
it, never
almost
mind.
died in his own
Also,
blood.
So, sir,
The
I just see a
motherfucker's
float- I
lying.
just see a floating ass fucking
Hey,
cigar.
That's not what the
join
CCTV
Discord?
says.
I got
I
it.
blame the
Okay.
monkey in the corner.
That's how you'll do the what you call it, the swearing in. Okay, through Discord.
Wait. Watson's supposed to be in. No.
Do I need to?
Watson's back.
Do I need to join?
No, I'm
something?
just saying if you need to do it.
Are you talking to me, sir?
So.
Mr.
Well,
Judge,
there's so many
relock.
fucking
We can hear you talking.
Discord,
All right.
and then here through the game too. So.
Are we smoking in the-
each other.
Mike,
Smokes in the
Bree,
courtroom already,
oh,
dog.
jump real quick, you have a spider.
Hey, I'm not the only one. If you're gonna fucking
Oh, I didn't know we had it like that in the courtroom. All rise for the
Gotta
honorable
eat.
Judge
Gotta keep that energy
Matthews.
up. It's not as bad of a delay watching it on the PC as it is on the
We might
phone.
get. We gotta be. If you're bugging out, you will quit and come back in.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, they're bugging out.
The monkey's fucking dancing back there.
I was like a fucking 5 in here.
So it didn't happen till you got here, buddy.
Hey, shut that motherfucker
I'm
up
gonna
over
have
there.
Newman over in that corner over there.
So I push this chair. Yeah, they just went outside.
If you can be over.
So I push this where I want it.
And then I'm gonna
Fucking
be
monkey
by the
dance.
jury on the other side.
Oh, that ain't where I want it either.
Oh, here.
Almost there. Let's almost get it there. Just a little further. A little further.
Yeah, I'll be in the back.
Little
Oh,
further.
there's
Right
Honestly,
there.
that fucking chair.
I'd feel safer
There
if you
we
weren't
go.
in here.
There we go. Now we got it. What's going on, everybody? Tonight we got a court case going for capital murder as the charges, along with many, many other charges. Lots of evidence to go over.
What the hell were
Give you
those?
kind of a brief breakdown of the
Mr.
evidence real fast. Let's go. Bam. We got the Discord open to go through the evidence. We got some moonshine. We got
Yeah, you gotta go
weapons.
sit over there, like glass.
Got lots of weapons. Got more, growing stuff to get the moonshine going. And come down here. Got fully made up moonshine. More weapons, drugs. We got, eyewitness videos. We've got, other items that was given to our informant. All sorts of things to go through tonight. Sounds like we might be getting lucky and going through 2 court cases tonight, not just the one. I don't know yet for sure on that,
Get this show on the road.
but it is going to be something fun, hopefully.
I don't know.
We will see. It's the first time I've ever played a district attorney or a lawyer of any type in a city, so it's going to be a new learning experience for me. See how I do. Hope I don't bomb the case. But then again, I can only have as strong of a case as the police department has made up for me. So hopefully they got their P's and Q's in line.
Flags I'm holding.
I might even be able to.
Oh fuck! Can't have that.
Let's see if I can get. Get another capture in here. Explore evidence. See if I can't.
You're fitting out.
There we go. Got the affidavits there. Affidavit, all that stuff. I don't know how to pronounce that, obviously, because I'm not usually in this. Got all this stuff to go through, all these penal codes that were violated, all the evidence, everything like that. We're going to have a good show tonight. Hopefully a good stream, lots of fun. Yeah, Law and Cali. I like that, Raz. I like that. Tonight's episode of Law and Cali.
Wait, is Tommy and Bree here?
I like that.
Bree is. I don't know about Tommy.
Let's name this one.
What? Oh, whoa.
Rename Discord. That way I can get them all lined up at P's and Q's here.
What should I do with this gun I got?
Gotta make sure Discord's open though.
What'd you say, sir?
Don't say all right.
Carton of fries.
There we go.
I'll give you 100K if you don't say all right. No. That's not a bribe. That's not a bribe at all.
Let's take a seat for now.
That would be government corruption for you.
I can't hear it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
That would be
10,
$1 million
11,
fine.
12, 13, 14, 15. There are 19 people in city right now. Fuck you, Grump.
$1 million.
That ain't cool.
Peter looks so studious over there.
See the Model Ts I'll be driving in?
Like I said, this is something new for me, so you know it's a learning curve for sure.
Hey, stupid motherfucker.
It's definitely gonna be a learning curve, without a doubt. We'll see what happens though. Take this trip down it, you know. There's
Please
two
come
more.
back out.
Of course, you're late.
Who's the cat lady?
2 of our jury members.
That's Bree.
Lots of fucked up names.
Yeah. Whoops.
There's my opponent in the gray suit over there. He's a piece of shit. We don't like him. Him and his stupid smart accent.
You got your black.
I'm a little jealous I can't do accents. All 3 of my characters have the same voice. But that's the great thing about RPs. No one's supposed to play it as if it is the same character's voice.
I didn't give it to him.
Although I will say my accents are slightly different as
No,
far
I
as
don't
like
know,
my
Mr. Watson. I
words
don't know what you're
and
talking
terminologies and stuff.
Going down, I say.
Yeah, we'll see. Stay on your side of the courtroom, pal.
Oh shit!
Hey,
about
keep it
to pop
down.
off.
Hey, let's
Get
not get out of hand yet.
I have a Fourth
Get 'em.
Amendment right to be free in my persons, property, and effects, sir.
You
Calm
ain't gonna
yourself.
do nothing.
Your person's property and effects. Stay over there.
That's right.
This is my area. It's my bubble. Don't come in my bubble.
Sounds like a pussy.
Let the
Hey,
monkey
brother, can you
man
take
be
a
the
seat somewhere?
judge.
My chair's defective. Fix it, officer.
Sure, it's the chair, not the user.
Oh,
It
that's
is the chair,
pep
not
talk.
the user.
Hey.
Motherfucker.
No problem. I'll take care of it myself.
That works.
How many people do you think we could zip tie before they catch on?
I'll swear in Bree and Tommy when they get in.
I may or may not have
they're
gotten
getting-
more.
They're getting searched. I'll give you the good when we're good.
If they start shooting at me, then yes.
I think it's gonna be a little late if that happens.
All right, follow me to the jury stand. All right, right in here. Take your seats.
That
and
damn
then I gotta
smug
swear both
accent
y'all
of
in real
his.
quick.
You know, Elon Musk is making like $1 million right now.
All right, raise your hand and repeat after me.
I'm just sitting in a pen courtroom.
In a fake courtroom.
Raise your hand and repeat after me.
Wrong hand.
You'd think they'd be on
Nope.
time, you know, for court, but whatever.
It's technically why it's
He's crazy about it.
I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
He's guilty. Throw him in jail.
All
I
truth,
swear to tell
Goofy.
The whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And God damn it, Watson, do it, man. I already did it like 7 times.
He's in jail. He lied.
Excuse me. Raise your
You
hand.
got
and repeat
this,
after me.
buddy.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Yeah.
You do.
Oh boy.
Tommy, you haven't said nothing yet.
Indubitably.
Okay.
Y'all pissing off the judge, man. Come on, hurry
Alright.
up.
All good.
Old ass motherfucker. Be heating up back there.
Portobello PD. Ooh, for life.
Who said that? Corrupted ass nigga back there.
Judgy.
Say what?
I believe so. Hey, do you want the defendants in cuffs or no?
Get this shit over with.
I mean, one of them stabbed somebody outside of the court.
Back door is secured.
Oh no, they're locking us in here.
All right, I think we're getting
It's
ready
gonna
to
be
start
a
it
fucking
up.
massacre. I'm dipping.
Fuck it, I'm fighting. Let's go. I'm gonna hide behind Peter with his fucking legs all crossed.
Stop touching my eyes.
All rise for the honorable judge, Derek O'Brien.
Damn, we'd be tired of standing if we waited that long.
All right, y'all may be seated.
Never done an open argument before. This should be fun. I'm gonna fuck
You
this
may be
all
seated.
up. I already know it.
Also make sure y'all are in the the DOJ emails so you can actually hear everybody while we're talking.
Can you guys hear the Discord as well?
No, undeafen so you can hear everything. But mute yourself, but don't undeafen.
I don't know if you guys can hear the Discord as well. I'm hoping you all can.
I'll give it a couple seconds while everybody's coming in.
Down.
We're saying about the DOJs.
I can't hear a fucking thing they're saying.
Sir, come back out here.
Oh god, it looks like we're cuddling.
This is my man's right here.
Alrighty, that should be about everybody. Okay, today we are going to be doing a court case against. It's going to be.
Speak up, we can't
It's
hear
going to be
you.
Angelo Soleri versus the state of Texas, and then all evidence here shortly will be posted in the Docs Public for y'all to be able to see here in a couple of seconds.
Fuck, he's got a
This
gun
guy.
right there on his hip.
Once it
Let him
gets
in?
Hasn't been searched yet.
Bullshit, he just came in.
presented.
Maybe it's a prop gun.
Well, I got some prop guns too. They just go bang.
But today, Mr. Soleri, you are on the
Alec
grounds of
Baldwin
being
type
charged
situation.
with. Let me pull up the document. Okay, you're being charged with possession of a Class A firearm. It's gonna be, Class A firearm times 15. Possession of a Class B firearm times 15. Possession of a Class C firearm times 15. Possession of a Class D firearm times 15. Criminal use of a weapon times 15. Possession of illegal fire modifications times 5. Weapon trafficking, criminal use of
No, I don't
explosive
know,
times
King John.
7.
Stop being so
Possession of
hostile.
stolen identification, fraud, forgery,
you're
possession
laying
of
on the
stolen
fucking
property,
ground dead.
conspiracy times
Yeah,
10,
you're right.
government corruption times 2, domestic
Whether it's
terrorism times 15, grand larceny times
That's
5,
me.
possession of non-legal currency, possession of government issued items times 2, possession of wild mushrooms, controlled substance, possession of fentanyl, manufacturing fentanyl,
Jesus Christ, yada,
intent to
yada, yada.
distribute fentanyl, possession of moonshine, intent to distribute moonshine, manufacturing of moonshine, drug trafficking times 2,
They said something about going to undeafen. I don't know what that means.
and also possession of moonshine, intent to distribute, and then manufacturing moonshine. Those are all times 20. My bad. And then
Goddamn.
drug trafficking times 2, intent to distribute shrooms, manufacturing shrooms, and possession of shrooms, possession of marijuana, cultivation of marijuana times marijuana B, intent to distribute marijuana, gang-related shooting, criminal threats, hostage taking, capital murder, assault with deadly weapon, and aggravated assault. So, with all that, the fine comes up to roughly around $9.1 million,
That's it.
and the recommended sentence is life in prison.
What's going on, Timmy?
At this point in time, we're going to go
Court
ahead and
case is just getting
open up the
started.
opening statements from
Prison bar.
the DA, and then after that, it's going to go
They're gonna be out in 5 minutes.
go to the plaintiff.
Oh,
So, Mr. DA, if you want to go ahead and come up here and do your opening statements.
A shift.
All these
Shit.
Yes.
crooked ass cops.
Oh, gotta hop in here. Go on. All right. So today, as mentioned by the judge, we are going to see a lot of charges. We're gonna go through a lot of evidence. We are ultimately here due to the murder of one Brian Rudolph, and we're looking to seek maximum penalty and justice out of this course case here. Jury, we hope that you guys find the evidence thorough enough and all of the investigations thorough and get justice for Mr. Rudolph.
R.I.P. Milkman.
Oh. I don't want to face that way.
Oh, he sat backwards.
Excuse me, I have a quick question before we get started. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you ask the judge if we could go to emails and join the town hall channel?
We are. We're in the DOJ.
Okay, all right, awesome.
Yep.
The 49 cents to sit down.
Emails and DOJ. What does that mean?
Department of Justice. You should know this. You're a criminal.
No, I'm not.
All right. Open statement went a little rough, but it's getting there.
As the district attorney has just stated, we are here to look at all evidence, and we are here
Oh yeah, Tim.
for you to make the decision. You, all of you here today, to make the decision on whether these men are guilty or not guilty. I need you to listen quietly. You have to pay close attention. For these departments, they're going to try and state that my client have done something illegal. They're going to try to state that they've run amok and that they're criminals. Honest businessmen who have been treated ill by this
I had to turn my volume up.
group of individuals. I need you to listen closely to all evidence, and I know you'll certainly find.
Oh, I don't know. Never met him in this character, so I don't know who he is.
I think Rise Against the
Alrighty, thank you. Also, the attached to this case as well, it'll be a little bit after this, but for Mr. Tony Salieri, you're also being charged with.
They had their shit on Whisper.
Second. With Mr. Tony Salieri, you're being charged with aiding and abetting, harboring a fugitive, resisting arrest, conspiracy, possession of a Class C firearm, possession of moonshine, intent to distribute moonshine, manufacture of moonshine, and criminal threats. And also bribery as well. But like I said, we'll handle that towards the end of that portion right there.
Yeah, that's Hank
Mr.
Manelli back
Mr.
there.
Spencer,
But
you got more something to say?
I'll hold.
Okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the DA. Do you have any witnesses you would like to bring up?
yes, oh, I go unmute. Yes, I'm gonna first start with calling the investigators to the stand to the murder scene, starting with Chief Dale Chief. You just take a seat, please. Either one of the sides is fine with me.
I need to get sworn in first.
Mr. Bailiff, you want to go ahead and swear him in?
Raise your hands and repeat after me. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
God. There you go.
I swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the
You
truth,
act like you know
the
that.
full truth, so help me God.
And I recite
Good
my
enough.
Miranda rights back to him. Are you kidding me? I mean,
What?
my father.
Objection.
Can you keep it down?
Swear him in properly or not at all.
Wait, how did you say
I
objection?
I'll allow it. I need to swear him in properly, sir.
Straight to jail.
Raise your hand and repeat after me. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
He's lying.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Alrighty, good. Alrighty, Mr. Dell, you can go ahead and take a seat next to me. Like I said, Mr. Dell, like I said, with that being in mind, you are under oath and lying to the court right here, be admissible by perjury and an attempt of court. Mr. DA, you have any questions?
Tim,
You
thanks
want to
for
go ahead and
checking.
start with?
6 hours.
Yeah, 1 second. Tim, thanks for checking in.
Judge, let's pause the thing. We need to search that victim that came, or sorry, the whoever they came in.
There's other bailiffs
Okay,
that can at the moment.
Do you have anything illegal in?
No.
If you don't have anything illegal, do you want to check real quick?
Yeah.
Judge, we're having a hard time seeing you.
Oh, you can't see me?
We can see your bangs, or your spread there.
Is that
There you
better?
go. Yes.
My bad, my bad.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
I'm a lawyer, not a hairstylist. Holy fuck, that scared the shit out of
Or
me.
y'all keep it professional, please.
I just have to check your backpack real quick. Give me one moment. There you go. Thank you.
It's definitely not ready for that, Tim.
Alrighty. The DA, you can go ahead and continue with what you're about to do.
Thank you. Alrighty, Chief. If you could just walk us through the night that you were called to the scene of where the murder took place.
Okay. We received a 911 call about a shooting at the location where Puff Puff Pass is located. We arrived on scene, myself, Trooper Brooks, and Trooper Watson. Once we got on scene, we noticed a deceased body that was between the front door inside the building. When we went to do our investigation, we did find that the deceased is identified as Brian Rudolph. We searched the scene from high to low.
Go ahead.
And once we finished our sweep, that was the only thing we found was Mr. Rudolph on the ground, shot, and there was also a note and the weapon right by him.
Okay. So, what did the note say?
Objection, leading.
Sustained.
The note said, should not have messed with us. We gave you a choice, but this is how you wanted it. Signed, Celery.
Okay. And what was the weapon type found on the ground?
Let's see. The weapon was a. Oh, hold on 1 second. A revolver, and also an illegal Glock was pulled off from Mr. Rudolph.
Okay. And can you describe the scene when you arrived on scene? All details do matter.
course. So we arrived on scene. I was en route as Colonel Brooks was en route, and also Trooper Watson was en route. Once we were on scene, we blocked everything off. Nobody coming in, nobody coming out of the store or the scene perimeter. Once we did have people try to come in, we deterred them away since it was an active scene. And we checked all the rooms, make sure everything was clear. If there was anybody else within the building.
Okay. So nobody else was there when you showed up. You found the revolver in the note laying next to the deceased. Was the revolver right next to the deceased?
Was there what?
Was the revolver right next to the deceased?
Objection leading.
Yes, the revolver was right next to the deceased.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, you don't have to answer that, but
Okay.
continue.
And what evidence was found on scene besides the revolver and the note? Any other evidence?
The evidence collected on scene was the note, the revolver, the illegal Glock, a casing from the revolver, a casing from the Glock, and the blood sample from Mr. Rudolph.
So you said there was a casing from the illegal Glock found on the deceased as well. So would it be safe to assume that there might have been an altercation between the two, where it was a shootout?
Objection leading.
All right, you don't have to answer that.
Okay.
Counselor, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and fix your questioning, sir.
So based on the evidence on scene, it would show that there was an altercation and shooting between.
Objection once again leading. Can you rephrase, sir?
I did.
Objection leading.
Okay, from your professional standpoint, with the evidence on scene, what does the evidence lead to the entire scenario, from what you could tell?
As we were doing our investigation, there could have been an altercation. We don't know that for sure as 100% evidence, but we did find the weapon on Mr. Rudolph and the revolver right next to him. So there would be a possible scenario that it could have been an altercation.
Okay. And no further questions.
Alrighty. Mr. Spence, would you like to go ahead and cross-examine?
Absolutely.
Fucker. I don't know how I was leading.
Oh, Chief Dale.
There were
Chief
definitely questions there. There was no leading.
Wonderful. So, you stated on record that you and Officer Captain Colonel Brooks were traveling to a location. What brought you to that location? Was it single shot fired, multiple shots fired?
Oh, whoops.
We had a 911 call through our dispatch saying that there was shots fired. Yes.
Okay. So, in that call, did they say that it was multiple shots or just one?
From our dispatch, it just says shots fired. Doesn't say how many shots were fired.
Okay, now how about from the 911 call? In the call, did the person who called, did they state multiple gunshots? Did they state rapid fire? What exactly did they say? Do you know?
Objection.
The 911 call said that there was shots fired. That's it. Didn't say how many shots or anything like that.
Now, you said that you found multiple casings, not just from one weapon, but from two weapons. Is that correct?
Yes, one casing from the revolver and one case from the Glock.
Okay. So, as far as you know, it seems that there has been an altercation leaning towards both directions. Regardless of who's involved, you have shots fired and shots fired back at whomever.
Objection. That's leading.
Yeah, go ahead, Counselor. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and rephrase it a little bit.
Okay. So, pew pew went off on both sides. Is that correct?
With the investigation, with the and
Yeah,
the
done with
evidence
his own bullshit.
presented with the 2 casings, one from one of each guns, that would be correct.
All right. Now I have another question for you. Yeah. We're looking at hold that question. We're looking at an altercation, possibly God only knows what could have happened between two parties, whether it be anger, suspicion, of whatever, doesn't matter. And you said that you found these casings close to Mr. Rudolph's body. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Now, were those all of the shots fired in that entire scene?
Yes, with evidence collected, we only seen 1 shot from, I'm sorry, 2 casings from each of the guns, and then 1 shot to Mr. Rudolph.
All right. So we started off, there was 2 casings found. Now we're saying that there's 4 casings found, 2 bullets by 2 different guns, only 1 shot missed.
No, negative. 1 casing per gun.
1 casing per gun. Okay. So, no problem. All right. I could have just sworn you said there was 4. That's fine. All right. Now, did you happen to take any evidence showing the trajectory of these shots that had been fired?
Yes, give me 1 second.
That's going to be an issue. Because the trajectory range is not working in city.
Alright, it seems we have some technical difficulties. I'm not able to pull the image up.
Okay, so you're telling me that you've mishandled important evidence?
Yeah, we get down on time.
Not mishandled. Technical difficulty of not being able to pull up the image.
I'll take your time. I'm very patient.
Oof.
Tell you what, Chief Dale, I've got a question for you. You did take photographs in which those bullets were fired, and the angle in which the trajectory they were shot. Was this evidence submitted to the court prior to today?
Say your question again?
The evidence of the trajectory of the bullets, were they presented as evidence in this case?
Counselor, all evidence was presented in the actual the case file under the DOJ.
Right, then, all right, sir. Can you confirm that the evidence in question was presented and given to both attorneys prior to us conjoining here?
Yeah, I'm in a monkey mask.
1 second, hold on.
Paying bills or fucking whacking his butt over there. looks like 49 cents.
Hmm. It's
Probably waiting
going
for the
wild
Diddy
in
part.
the DOJ party there.
All right, so all the evidence that was presented to the lawyers is in that affidavit and the search warrant. I do not see that that image uploaded to the evidence or the search warrant.
Correct. Now, in section 33.032, confidentiality of papers, recordings, and proceedings, except for otherwise provided by this section, the papers filed with the proceedings before the commission are confidential prior to the filing of formal charges. The formal hearing and any evidence introduced during the formal hearing, including papers, records,
He's using
documents, and
ChatGPT.
pleadings filed with the clerk, shall be public. If we don't have this, how can I say possibly that the man with a right hand could shoot from this tall, or say he was crouching from this tall,
I object.
from this tall, or from this tall?
The evidence
will do,
is
Mr.
clear. The evidence is clear for the defense attorney to see. He's just not finding the right area.
You have photographs of the trajectory of the bullets?
Wah. I was busy buying speeding tickets. This guy in a monkey mask had Gravedigger out.
So, Counselor, with the actual evidence that was presented through PD, through their investigation documents, the pictures of the actual trajectory, there was no actual evidence of them taking be able to, because I guess where it's shot from, it wasn't able to get evidence from that.
Okay, then I move to dismiss on section 33.032, and I would also like to have this applied. This is paragraph C in section 33.032. The issuance of a public domination warning, reprimand, or public requirement that a person obtain additional training and education by the commission, the record of the informal appearance, and the documents presented to the commission during the informal appearance that are not protected by attorney-client privileges, the product privilege shall be public. Arrest.
Alrighty. Mr. D, do you have any other witnesses, or do you have any more further questions for
One
Maria
second,
DeBuffio?
you have to. I'm sorry, sir. I hate to interrupt you, Your Honor, but you have to rule on.
My bad. For that point in time, I'll go ahead with the dismissal on that portion time, because there was no actual evidence, like I said, of the actual trajectory of the bullet, where the bullets came from. On that
So
part.
you're dismissing the entire case based on this?
Oh, no. Dismissal of the entire case, no. It's just going to be
without proper evidence.
of the
How
actual.
could you say that my client was the shooter?
At that point in time, let's see.
Let's do it.
What's the actual further evidentiation there? Like I said, there actually let me.
I do have further evidence that does identify the defendant.
Okay, what's the further evidence on that portion time?
If we could refer.
Object. You can't move forward without ruling on my motion to dismiss based on lack of fiduciary evidence.
Okay. Well, from looking at it, I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with the case, because there is more evidence on that point in time, but of the actual trajectory of the shooting point in time, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on, because there is a lot more evidence on that portion of time, sir.
I understand, but this could clear my client of all wrongdoing.
Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and move on with the further on with the case, sir.
Come back next week with evidence.
Alright, Mr. DA.
I'd like to call the next witness if the defendant and his lawyer is done with the current witness.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and ask the court to arrest this man for lying under oath.
Lying under oath.
How am I lying under an oath?
Can the circuit read back the last 7 minutes of statements, please?
From pretty much from that point in time, he said that there was no more evidence of the actual trajectory of the bullet. For that point, like I said, yeah. So pretty much at that point in time, he did say that there was no more other evidence that was brought up.
On the stand, your sheriff, Dale, Chief Dale, just said that there was evidence of the trajectory of said bullets under oath, sir.
Yep, and then there wasn't. Like I said, at this point in time, we will have to, for Mr. Dale Chief, the court does find that no, he will be fined $2,000 for lying under oath.
Thank you, sir.
Question on that. Is it lying under oath when the evidence that claimed to be have is just not presented to the court before the case, so therefore the evidence is dismissed and inadmissible? It's not necessarily mean he's lying, correct?
Well, if there's evidence that hasn't been submitted, then, sir, that is a direct violation of Section 33.032.
That's made up.
Like I said, yes. Like I said, I'm gonna go with the perjury part. Because like I said, point in time, the evidence wasn't pushed out yet. Even if there was pushed out, but it hasn't actually pushed out to this point in time. So, like I said, Dale, it will be charged $2,000 for perjury. And then you can go ahead and
Fucking dismiss a
any
murder
further
for
questions, counselor,
evidence.
for Mr. Dale?
That's fine. Let him out. We'll settle it in the streets like the West.
Well, I just have a statement to make. Jury, the people, you've heard in this very court.
Counselor,
Dale Chief.
Counselor, it's not opening statements. If you're not questioning the person, okay. All right, Mr. Dale, you are free to take from the stand and go back to your position.
Dale's pissed.
Mr. DA, do you have any other witnesses you'd like to call up?
Yes, damn it. Yes, Major James Watson.
Oh fuck! Now the court's
All right, Mr. Watson, if you want to go ahead and step up to the thing and get sworn in, please. Bailiff. Oh, you already sworn in? Okay.
What happened without?
Oh yeah, he's already sworn in. He's all good.
Okay. All right, Mr. DA, you can go ahead and examine.
Anybody that's straight and narrow, it's this motherfucker right.
All right, Mr. Watson. So, walk us through what you observed during the incident when you were reported to the shots fired, if you would.
Yeah, so I was doing just a routine patrol where we got a 911 call reporting multiple gunshots fired at Postal 625, which is Puff Puff Path. I responded with Colonel Brooks, Chief Dale Chief, and myself were the three officers on duty. We all arrived roughly at the same time, all within, I would say, 15 seconds of each other. We walked in together to clear it because we could visually see a body laying on the ground in the lobby of Puff Puff Path. After we cleared the building, we secured a perimeter around it so that no one could get inside to mess with evidence. We noticed a revolver sitting about 5 to 8 feet away from Mr. Brian Rudolph's body with a note laying next to it and a shell casing next to the revolver. We also noticed shell casings on the outside of the building, but no trajectories for those bullets. After checking the deceased body, we did find an illegal Glock on him.
Just note, Grump, he's
But
wrecking
there
the
was
police
no other
department's
further
investigation, not me.
altercation evidence other than a gunshot wound to the head.
Okay. Any other evidence taken from this scene besides the weapons and the shell casings?
The weapons, the shell casings, and then just a blood sample, but it was confirmed that it was Brian Rudolph's blood.
Okay.
and then also the handwritten note that I mentioned.
All right. And was there any other types of evidence to prove that there was more than just the victim on site?
After doing it further investigation, there was CCTV evidence that showed the altercation.
Okay. And in that CCTV evidence, is there anyone in the evidence that?
Objection, yes.
Can I ask my question?
Proceed. You changed it as you were speaking.
Is there any evidence in there identifying the shooters?
One subject did have a mask on. The other subject did not have a mask on, and I would say could be identified in this courtroom.
Okay. If you could just point to who you say could be identified.
I don't think you're allowed to ask that.
Yes, you're not. Objection.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, go ahead and yeah, can't do that now.
Okay. All right, and then is that CCTV evidence that was submitted to the court prior to the court case, correct?
Let me verify that real quick.
Counselor, yes, it was.
Yes, it was submitted prior to the court case.
Okay. And were there any other evidence that would be helpful to identifying the individual that was in the CCTV evidence?
Objection, leading the witness.
Go ahead and rephrase your question, Counselor.
Okay. What other evidence that could corroborate the CCTV evidence and the identification?
Can you rephrase that? What are we asking?
What other evidence can corroborate the IDing of the individual in the CCTV?
Objection, leading.
Rephrase your questions, Counselor.
So, is there any other evidence that can back up the CCTV evidence?
Besides the note that was left behind, there's no other evidence besides seeing the two suspects on the CCTV camera. It captured the actual footage of Brian Rudolph being shot.
Okay. Well, that'll be all the questions I have for now.
Alrighty. Plaintiff, do you have any other more questions for the Mr. Watson?
I don't understand how that shit's leading. Hey, Squirtle dancing. I can't hear anything now.
All right. Officer Watson.
Yes, sir.
In the first moment of your, how would you say, I'm at a loss of words. Tell you what. Moment ago, you just stated that you and Officer Brooks, is that correct?
Colonel Brooks.
Colonel Brooks, right. Officer, yes, I apologize. You
Because of Discord, Tim.
were reporting to a call of multiple shots fired. not a call of 911 that led you to these gunshots, but to shots, multiple shots fired, not 911.
I did say 911. I said a 911 call reporting multiple gunshots.
We'll have to roll this back, Your Honor. Moving forward, we will need to roll this back, though. Okay.
Nothing.
You walked in to a body laying on the concrete. Laying on the concrete, is that correct?
Refer to, why are you referring to Buddy?
I'm asking you quite simply if you walked in to this establishment, door open, to a body laying on the concrete.
Oh, body. I apologize. It was the accident. Yes, there was a body on the concrete floor.
Okay. Now, in prior statements given by Chief Dale, we heard of the 2 shell casings.
Yeah, it's game chat and Discord.
That were found on scene, but had heard nothing of the additional outside.
I wasn't sure if y'all would be able to hear the Discord too or not.
Did you guys run a ballistics match on those shell casings to see which weapon they came from?
We found that that was irrelevant to the case.
Irrelevant? Really? Bullet holes on the outside, shell casings in the parking lot, and you didn't even run them through. I mean, if I have a body laying on the concrete, I would probably check what those were as well.
That is correct, but those shell casings were not shot at the scene of the crime.
So
There was no trajectory.
Okay, where were those casings found?
Out in the parking lot.
Bringing up trajectories.
And then this is the same parking lot where you just found a dead body.
Mm-hmm. No, we didn't find the dead body in the parking lot. We found the dead body inside.
Right. But the casings were found outside of the store.
Mm-hmm.
And you just found a dead body inside, and you're saying that doesn't matter to your reporting.
Those shell casings were not part of the crime scene.
All right. And could you break down for me how you go about setting up a crime scene and how far your perimeter was on the night of this unfortunate event?
The perimeter was the whole entire parking lot.
Okay, so you've got a dead body inside, shell casings outside. Your perimeter is the entire parking lot, but those casings don't matter?
Correct. We have the shell casings back in the department if you would like to see it. But those shell casings were not shot in that parking lot.
Where were the shell casings found, one more time, if you don't mind?
I just said in the parking lot.
Okay, thank you. All right, now, you stated a moment ago that on CCTV camera, the evidence that you're providing says that it shows Sir Rudolph being shot. Now, in the CCTV images, is there a muzzle flash?
There is not.
Okay. So, say the pictures of the CCTV that you guys were able to provide and had were just a group of individuals coming in to make sure that perhaps a business partner of theirs was fine. They come in, see that there's casings outside, they see a dead body inside. I mean, you really don't have proof
Objection,
that they were
speculation.
shot. Okay. In the photos, does it show either of the people in the images shooting Sir Rudolph?
It shows one individual pointing his gun at Mr. Rudolph's head.
Okay. And which camera provides it with it aiming at his head? And can you look at that one more time for me and make sure that your statement is 100% correct, considering that you are currently under oath?
Yeah, I would say it's going to be camera 1, and his crosshairs is right next to Mr. Rudolph's head.
Okay. So you don't have a gun blast going off. You just have a couple of images of a man with a gun. Maybe he's clearing the room to make sure
Speculation.
the person that
What was the objection? Mr.
Objection
DA?
to speculation.
Can you 100% say, from the photos you've seen, that these men pulled the trigger?
I cannot 100% say that, but I can say that in 2145, Mr. Rudolph's body was not on the floor with Mr. Salieri holding a gun in his hand. And this camera 1 at 2146, Mr. Rudolph is laying on the ground dead with Mr. Salieri still holding a gun in his hand.
With the images that I've been provided from the court, I'm kind of looks to me like, from the angle provided, he's on the ground in both shots. Did you happen to collect any more evidence from these CCT cameras?
No, this is the only evidence we have at this time.
I rest my case.
Alrighty. You councilors have any more further questions for for Mr. Watson?
Not this time.
Alrighty, Mr. Watson, you are able to step back down. Mr. DA, do you have any other further witnesses you'd like to call up?
Let me get in here. Yeah, it's gonna be Mr. Carton Rudolph.
Oh shit.
Mr. Rudolph, if you're in here, please step up to the thing right here and get sworn in, please.
Get your ass up, bro.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I don't think he's here.
Yeah, he's here. They called you up.
Oh, Mr. Rudolph is not here.
Yeah, it appears that way.
That's unfortunate.
Rudolph, are you here?
Yeah. Yeah, he's here.
Alright, approach the bench.
Oh, he is here.
Oh, he is? Where is he at?
I think he's coming
You
over right now.
suck.
Mr. Rudolph, please remove all remove the your helmet, mask, glasses, and everything like that before stepping up here.
No. That's gonna suck. I don't even know what that is yet, and that's gonna suck.
What the fuck are you doing? You can't get undressed in court.
Awkward.
Alright, step up to me, brother.
Sir.
Fuck
Alright.
you, motherfucker.
Hey, keep the comments. Raise your hand and repeat after me. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
Alright, we're gonna start over. I'm gonna go slower. Alright, we're gonna go again.
Right.
Alright. Raise your hand and repeat after me. I swear to tell the truth. Go ahead.
Oh, I swear to tell the truth,
The whole truth. Nothing but the truth. So help me God. He's sworn in, Your Honor.
Alrighty, Mr. Rudolph, you can go ahead and sit here. Yeah, yes, sir, you can. Alrighty, Mr. DA, you can go ahead and with the cross-examination.
All right. What is your relation with the deceased?
Brian Rudolph was my father.
He was your father? I'm sorry, could you speak up a little louder?
Yeah, I can't hear him at all over here.
Brian Rudolph was my father.
Thank you. Okay. And do you know of any of the associates that your father has?
I've met some since the funeral, but have yet to make a deeper connection with some.
That's okay. I wasn't asking if you had a connection with any of them. Do you know? Did he ever tell you any of his associates?
As I've met them.
Objection, hearsay.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read another question, sir. Also, Mr. Rudolph, make sure counselor's gonna have to rephrase this question or pick another line of questioning. Also, Mr. Rudolph, make sure you please are in the Bluetooth call in your head with the DOJ so people can hear
May
you.
continue.
Yeah. After.
Hello.
No,
I
you
said,
cannot answer that question.
yeah, don't answer that question. But
All
I
right,
have.
so is it true that you were, in fact, part of the investigation that the Texas DPS has had started with the defendant?
Yes.
And how were you involved?
I was a confidential informant.
Okay. And during your time as a confidential informant, what information have you gathered?
That Mr. Salieri is a businessman, of which I'm not sure the very depths of, his, I guess, intentions or what he may be capable of. But I knew some information provided to me at the scene as I flew in.
Objection hearsay.
Make sure to continue your another line of questioning, sir. Don't have to finish that.
Was my questioning hearsay or was his answer hearsay?
His answer's hearsay.
It's answer.
Now,
So
may
So
I ask
rephrase
something?
your answer.
rephrase your answer, Mr. Rudolph.
Can you repeat the question? Lisa,
What
thank you.
what information did you gather in your time as a confidential informant
The
for
information
the
that
investigation?
that I had gathered was I had submitted to the officer that had initially contacted me, and so as far as hearsay, that was submitted to him. So as far as
What evidence did you submit?
there were some photos of the inside of the operation of Salieri's. There were quite a few of those. The store boxes.
What did those photos consist of?
A plethora of moonshine distilleries, store boxes, grow boxes, a store of which you can buy ingredients to manufacture moonshine, the likes of which I didn't even think was capable underneath one man's control.
Okay. And was that all that was submitted as evidence?
There were a few other things as far as weapons. There was a golden revolver. There were a few other tangible items as far as Cuban cigars, of which I've learned, and this may be hearsay. I apologize.
That's fine.
but
Just keep going on with the list.
So there were, I do believe, some moonshine distillery. It's a big list of which I submitted.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I was confident enough to grab one. It was kind of scary for me to be in a position that I was in.
Why were you scared?
Well, given there was a note left by my father's body and on my father's body, along with a revolver saying, this is the way you chose out Salieri. I thought I was dealing with my father's killer.
Okay, and you did have a meeting with Mr. Salieri, correct? And your video and audio devices to capture that meeting?
I was patted down for a wire, and none was found. So I can't say if that was ever a thing.
Just because they found it doesn't mean you didn't have it. So did you or did you not have it? Were
I
you
was
given
told-
one in War 1 inside the office when you had that meeting?
If I was given one, I was never instructed on if it was on or off. If the evidence was gathered from it, then I hope I submitted it correctly.
So did you have one or did you not? You keep saying if and all of this speculative information. I need to know, did you or did you not have one?
I did not have one in my inventory. I never received one, as I recall.
So the evidence that we have Okay. Well, during that meeting, can you tell us what was conversed about and what was said?
There was a lot said between the four of us. Me, Mr. Salieri, his cousin, the gentleman sitting over there by his lawyer,
Damn
and
cops
then there
didn't
was another
submit
gentleman that
who
I had
actually
been
had the
introduced
body
to
cam.
actually meet up with Salieri as
But now
a
that I'm
type
looking
of
at it, it's the other
production kind of phase because I wanted to
CI.
take things slow. I thought I knew who I was dealing with. Apparently, now I really know.
And was that meeting with just you and Mr. Salieri and his cousin, or was there anybody else involved?
There was a fourth individual.
And can you name the fourth individual?
I just know him by his nickname,
What is that?
AKA the Fiddler.
Okay, and how did you know the fiddler?
So, I was set up with a discrete meeting location. Apparently, the police of
Apparently, or that is what happened?
so the Texas PD has information of a certain individual, and they set up a meeting, a discrete meeting location for me to meet him to be able to get to Salieri.
And who is that certain individual?
As far as the gentleman on the TXPD,
No, the certain individual that you were meeting up to get the meeting.
that would be the Fiddler.
Okay.
I had never learned his real name.
Now, is Fiddler also a confidential informant?
The way that we spoke, I believe he was. On the car ride there, it was a lot of play it cool. Salieri handed us some drugs to go sell. The gentleman took the drugs from me, and he gave.
Objection.
Who's the
No
gentleman?
Substantiating evidence.
The Fiddler.
So what was your objection there?
These he's talking about drugs being given to him. It's out of bounds. You're not. This isn't a part of the case.
Well, if you would have let me continue, I would have went full circle, and I'm sure you know all about going in circles. So,
Well, cut to the chase, and skip the
so
part of where the ride between you and Fiddler to the meeting
We're
happened.
really funny.
So on the way there, I was instructed to just, hey, make sure you give this money to Salieri, for the items he had given me, and he said we're gonna take this guy down. And again, that's he say she say kind of thing. But as we got there,
Oh, this is a horrible
everything went according to
witness.
plan. Things got a little heated between the Fiddler and Salieri's cousin, but it was resolved quite quickly.
Hey, I'm his fucking nephew, you fuck.
Councilman, you can keep your client under control, or both of you will be held in contempt.
Zip it or I'll cut your balls off.
Objection. He just threatened his own client.
Oh no. When bouncy balls, he's obsessed with playing with them.
Well, Councilman,
I don't know.
Councilman, need to advise you to refrain from any threats or anything that, or you be hit with criminal threats.
No problem.
Mr. Salieri, Angelo, I need you to keep your mouth shut, or you will be held as contempt as well.
Okay. So there
Go
has
ahead and
been
continue.
evidence provided by the Texas Department of Public Safety of the interaction, and it would come from the Fiddler's camera and audio. And during that video evidence that has been submitted prior to the case, there were a lot of threats made towards you and comments about your father. Correct?
Yeah. Sorry, that was difficult.
Okay. And were those threats harmful sounding? Were they pleasant sounding? Were they a warning to you?
Objection. Leading the plan. Leading.
Go ahead and rephrase your questioning.
Okay, so when you heard the threats being made, how did that make you feel?
I wanted to hit him.
Why is that?
Are you kidding me? I'm staring at the face of the murder of my father.
Well,
What would you have done?
alleged at this time, which still not been proven. So let's keep the accusations down.
I apologize.
So, while you're in that meeting, you received threats by the defendant, and comments were made about your father. And what was told to you if you were to bring cops upon them?
I would end up the same way he did.
Was that it that was said to you?
There was a lot more.
We need all the details.
It was a lot of, you don't want to be like him. You better make me proud. I'm telling you, the only way out is in a box, as he was. I'll shoot you just as dead as I shot him.
Now,
Objection, hearsay.
Your Honor, may I play the video to the public?
Yes. And also, I'll go if you go ahead and watch my thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the actual. Give me 1 second.
I like you guys. You seem trustworthy. I know Feather can vouch for you. Now, I don't want you making the same mistakes he did. Okay? Now, if you don't, bada bing, bada boom. you're good with me.
Please let me know when everybody's
I'm sure
inside
Tony would like you. Now, he's
watching the
muscle,
video.
Okay? You see them arms of his?
Now, if everybody would know in the court that in the video provided, he is warned that he does not want to end up like his father. And if anything were to come about like that, that he would have Mr. Tony go after him.
Objection, hearsay.
He's not strong for
Objection.
no reason.
That is not hearsay. It's evidence in the video.
Speculative. It's speculative.
That's evidence in the video.
It's
I'll
speculative.
tell you, this man has busted a lot of
Objection.
Like I said, at this point in time, we'll keep all comments and stuff like that. Jury, if you hear anything that the DA just said, go ahead and don't think about that. We're gonna go ahead and watch the rest of the video for the video. Make sure everybody's inside watching the video,
But it's just
especially the
I
jury.
don't want that guy after me.
It's just a little mishap if you play your cards right, okay? So now, if I require you to get your hands dirty, you gotta get your hands dirty. Just clean up, you know, make sure the trash is taken care of, everything's picked up after. Clean up after yourself. You don't want to seem rude, you know.
Rez, the judge is actually the colonel who helped lead this investigation, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Has everyone in the court been able to view the evidence?
No.
Jerry, were you able to see it? Raise your hand if you were able to see the video. Alrighty. Okay, seems like okay. Mr. Please silence all phones, please. Alrighty. Mr. Rudolph, you said you were not able to see the video.
I was not. Yeah, no, I apologize.
Okay.
It's in the
I'm
public documents in the
yeah. It's in the. I'm gonna go ahead and replay the video. Make sure you go ahead and click on the video and watch it because I'm gonna go ahead and replay the video.
I like you guys.
Well, I think
You
I'm
seem
in here
trustworthy.
now.
I know Feather can
I'm gonna
vouch
go
for
ahead
you.
and give me 1 second.
Now, I don't want you making the same mistakes he did. Okay? Now, if you don't, bada
Hey, she-
bing, bada boom.
Are you
you're
watching
good
it
with
now,
me.
sir?
Yep.
Good with me. I'm sure Tony here would like you. Now he's the muscle. Okay? You see them arms of his? He's not strong for no reason. I'll send him to beat your fucking knees in. Okay?
And I'm pretty
If you
good at it
fucking-
too.
I'll tell you, this man has busted a lot of fucking knees and sent a lot of men to the fucking hospital. He loves the baseball bat, he loves the wrenches, okay? Anything he can fucking fit in his hand, he loves to swing it. But it's only if you mess up. If you bring cops here, you know, you're messing up. And I gotta send Tony here after you. But it's just a little
I don't want that guy after me.
it's just a little mishap if you play your cards right, okay? So now, if I require you to get your hands dirty, you gotta get your hands dirty. Just clean up, you know, make sure the trash is taken care of, everything's picked up after. You clean up after yourself, you don't want to seem rude, you know?
All right.
So, after seeing the evidence provided to the court, it's clear that there is definitely admittance there of physical violence if cops are brought in.
Objection. Speculative.
Don't have to answer that, and then we go ahead and rephrase your question
It wasn't a question; it was a statement.
or rephrase your statement, should say, Counselor.
So, after watching the evidence, does that try to figure out how to word this. After watching that evidence submitted, does the meeting that you had a little bit more clear now?
Yes.
Okay, and in that evidence, would you say you feel threatened?
Well, after watching it, I feel like I shouldn't have felt threatened.
I'm sorry, what?
After watching it, I feel I shouldn't have felt threatened.
Can you please explain?
As far as the words that were said to me, there was no mention of any murder, any killing, anything about my father in that evidence video at all. I feel I shouldn't have been threatened.
So you're telling me, with him telling you that if you mess up,
Objection, leading.
I'll allow it.
you're allowing the question or the objection?
I'll allow the question.
So you're telling me that after watching that evidence and him telling you if you mess up, that physical harm will be coming down on you by his associate.
Speculative.
Go ahead and rephrase that question, Counselor.
So after watching that evidence, you're telling me you didn't feel threatened after he told you that harm would come down on you?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying after watching the evidence, I feel Now that I'm in a situation where I am protected, I am amongst peers. I feel after watching it, hearing what I've just heard, I feel I shouldn't have felt threatened at the time, because the man hides behind a facade. He talks in ways that protects himself and only himself and not others, even family. I shouldn't be scared of that man over there. I shouldn't have been scared of that man. But at the time, I felt fear, anger, an adrenaline burst, no other. But as I sit here, stand
like
here,
you guys.
and
You
rewatch
seem
the
trustworthy.
evidence,
I know Feather can
I
vouch
feel
for you.
I shouldn't have felt
Now, I
fear
don't want you making
in
the
that
same
moment.
mistakes he did.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay?
Okay, and then at 9 seconds into that evidence video clip, he says, "I don't want you making the same mistakes as him." Who is him that he's referring to?
Leading, objection.
It's hearsay.
Okay,
me-
go ahead. And,
Go
I'll say go ahead and rephrase your question, counselor. Or not rephrase it, or I'd say that's more like hearsay, where he's kind of. I wouldn't say hearsay is he's I'd say it's more leading, but go ahead and rephrase it a little bit better.
In your opinion, how did you feel who did you feel he meant when he said that at 9 seconds into that clip?
I felt he meant my father.
Okay. And even after hearing that, in your opinion, you still didn't feel threatened? Are you saying you didn't feel threatened then or at all or now?
I'm saying I don't feel threatened now. At the time, I felt threatened.
Okay, and please clarify, because the way you've described it, it's just a little confusing. How is it you don't feel threatened now?
Look where I am. I get to rewatch a video of a very scary moment in time that I've had time to ponder and think about. And now I'm here amongst people that are here for a reason.
Okay.
Good reason, I hope. And now that I'm calm, cool, collected, now I don't feel threatened. Then I felt very threatened. Very, very threatened.
All right. Any further questions, counselor?
Yeah, I was just looking through some of the evidence real quick. In the photographs that you submitted to the Texas Department of Safety, where did you receive the items, the carrot seeds, the moonshine distillery, and the moonshine jugs?
I got the moonshine jugs from Salieri himself. And then the carrot seeds, he had given me access once I was sworn in, so to speak, to the supplies in the area. The carrot seeds were purchased through I'm going to guess, some sort of garden or storage room. So I thought maybe to myself, as I'm trying to take down, possibly, allegedly, the killer of my father, I better get my ducks in a line. And granted, it was a large step to take, a bit of a leap, if you may, but I wanted to be able to provide as much evidence as I could, and he had enough of it to where I don't think he would have noticed it was missing.
Okay. So some of the items you're saying were given to you by him, by Mr. Salieri yourself, or himself.
Leading.
I'm re-questioning what he'd said.
I'll allow it. Go ahead and continue your questioning.
So you're saying that Mr. Salieri himself, gave you the moonshine, and then some of it you had taken when no one was around, right? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I just had to make sure I understood that correctly. And then in the next photograph of evidence with the fentanyl forged checks and the moonshine jugs, how did you receive those?
Also from the fentanyl, as I had described earlier, the fiddler, who was also a CI, he let me keep those and told me to. He instructed me to turn those into the police and inform them. What is everybody knows what's going on. Through the TXPD, they're pretty well informed with each other. But he just let me know. They give it to them. And that's when he gave me the money to give to Salieri, so that way Salieri wouldn't catch on.
Okay,
If I had nothing,
did
Go ahead.
you ever see how Fiddler came upon having those?
Salieri gave us both a set amount of fentanyl vials.
Okay.
I did not sell mine.
Okay.
Fiddler gave me the money as if I did sell them.
And what was the set amount?
I want to say it was like 50K, if I remember correctly. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to say it's like 50K, somewhere in there. Or
50K what?
Like 50K dollars he gave me for the I think it was like, I don't know, 5-10 fentanyl bottles. I'm not sure.
No, I'm sorry, you misunderstood my question. How much fentanyl did Mr. Salieri give you personally?
Whatever I gave to the TXPD.
Objection, hearsay.
Go ahead and you don't have to answer that part. You can do line of questioning.
How is that hearsay? Okay, and what about the forged checks?
Those were also given to me by Salieri. Those were given to me after selling the fentanyl, or quote unquote selling the fentanyl, as a kind of a good job.
Okay.
As I understood it.
Any further questions, counselor?
Just give me 1 second. I'm looking through my files.
Alrighty. After once the
No
DA
further
is clear.
questions.
Okay. I was gonna say for right now we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Everybody can go stretch their legs, get something to eat, go to the bathroom, take a shower and stuff like that. We'll give you like a 5-10 minute break. Officers and bailiffs, go ahead and escort the court session. Both. Mr. DA, do you have any further questions for the the witness?
No, DA's office. There's no further questions for this witness.
Alrighty, Mr. Spencer.
No problem.
See how this
Oh,
fucking
Spencer.
goes.
You can call me doctor. A lot of things to go over. It's quite interesting story that you've provided with the jury today. So, would you do me a quick favor? In your testimony moments ago, you stated that who was it? The fiddler gave you drugs. Is that correct? So, the fiddler didn't meet you, or okay, hold on. Did the fiddler meet you at a discreet location and give you drugs?
Also, make sure you all are all talking on or if you're make sure you're shouting, and also make sure you are talking into the the voice channel. Sorry, any Bluetooth. So, Mr. Carter, you can go ahead and unmute and the Bluetooth there. You're on top.
Okay. So, would you say that the fiddler has never given you drugs?
Yes.
Okay. So, after you sold the drugs that the fiddler gave you, who'd you give the money to?
Fiddler never gave me any drugs to sell.
In your statement earlier on in the proceedings, I know we've had a brief break. You stated quite directly that the fiddler had given you drugs, and that after you'd sold said drugs, you gave them to my client. Is that correct?
That is incorrect.
I do say. we would have to go back in the statements and make sure that you haven't purged yourself, sir.
By all means.
I'm gonna go ahead and look back. So from what Mr. Rudolph said, that Mr. Angelo Soleri gave him the drugs, and he didn't sell any of the drugs, but Mr. Fiddler gave Mr. Soleri. Can you please put click in the pin, please? You're distracting the court. But goes back through. Mr. Fiddler gave him $50,000 to simulate that he sold the drugs, but he never sold the drugs at all. But altogether, he does says that Rudolph never said that Fiddler gave him any drugs. It was just Mr. Slayer.
Okay.
They're both
So
wrong.
you've been given money in order to
Technically, they're all three wrong.
fool another person into thinking that you've been selling drugs. Is that correct?
I was instructed to do what I did in order to continue an operation conducted by the TXPD.
Okay. Now, you said that you were given carrot seeds to be precise. Are carrot seeds illegal?
Again, that's incorrect.
It says that right here that you were given carrot seeds and you also took some carrot seeds. Is your statement false in this matter?
I do believe I stated that I bought the carrot seeds. And no, carrot seeds are not illegal, but when used improperly, they can be.
Okay. When asked if you had seen different types of paraphernalia, you said that there were carrot seeds and there was moonshine. Right? So here's my question. You said that my client gave you moonshine. Is that correct?
Correct.
In your opinion, a person that has recently lost their father goes through a state of mourning. Would you say that a person that's lost their father goes through a state of mourning? Is that
I would say that.
okay? So perhaps you have been given some moonshine so that you could more easily mourn. Would you say that sometimes when people drink, they helps them mourn?
Objection, relevance.
Counselor, what is the relevance to the?
I'll get there. We're just building a. I promise I'll make it swift. So, when people are mourning, do they sometimes turn to alcohol?
Objection, opinionative.
I'm gonna go ahead and rephrase your questions, Counselor.
Are you a drinker, sir?
Again, objection, relevance.
I'm getting there.
Counselor, I'm gonna need you to make it quick, or you're gonna have to move on.
It's a simple statement. It's a yes or no question. Can I get? Do you drink, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So, if someone who hardly knows you but knew your father very well gives you some moonshine, would you think that that would be in bad form, a bad taste, knowing that you're a drinker as well as your father was?
Who says my father was a drinker?
Well,
right. Thank you, Raz.
And who said that Salieri knew that?
I apologize. That's not
I
the
was a
question.
drinker.
You just stated yourself that you're a drinker.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if your father was a friend of my client, his son's a drinker, normally that runs in the blood. So I'm just asking you a simple question.
Objection,
Someone
opinionative.
like you.
For speculation.
Counselor, I'm gonna go ahead and need you to rephrase the question. You get one more chance.
No problem. If I, knowing that you're a drinker, gave you moonshine, could you say that it wouldn't be to help you grieve your father after just losing him? Simple yes or no will work.
You think you can ask me that again, please and thank you?
Okay, son. You're a drinker. You're currently upset over the loss of your father.
He's
One of
getting
your father's
frustrated with his
friends
witness.
gives you some moonshine. Knowing that you're a drinker, as you have stated, do you think that that would be in bad form?
Objection. The witness had already stated that Saleri did not know he was a drinker. He just admitted that to us in the
Well,
court.
that's hearsay. Look, he said he was a drinker. He was given moonshine. All right. Did you drink any of the moonshine, sir?
No.
Thank you.
You are under oath. You're a drinker, and someone gives you 190 proof moonshine. You're telling me you didn't drink any.
Objection. Badgering the witness.
That's fine. That's fine. Now, could you explain to me
Reverse the roles,
the
motherfucker.
happenstances of your connection with the fiddler?
You would like to have me explain to you if I understand your question.
Now, I'd like for you to explain to me how you know the fiddler.
I don't know the fiddler.
Well, you said that you had constant communication with him, that he gave you money, and yet you don't know him. How does someone you don't know give you money, sir?
He never said constant communication.
The fiddler, as I had stated, was set up for me through TXPD. The fiddler was mainly a pawn in this game of chess we're trying to play.
Okay, but you don't know the fiddler, yet you're telling me all this about him. How's that so? Please go further. How did you meet the fiddler?
I met him underneath a building under construction on the lower ground level. That's how I met him.
Okay, so you were doing construction with the fiddler, and that's how you met him?
No, I got in a car and I drove to where I needed to drive, and I met him. That's how I met him.
Okay, and how did you know where to drive?
That was instructed to me through the TXPD.
And who was your contact at the TXPD that instructed you to meet the fiddler at said location?
I'm sure that's in the documentation.
I'm asking you, sir, on trial. Well, no, excuse me, not on trial, but as a witness.
And I'm telling you, as a witness, that my memory is not the best.
Yeah, I'm trying, right?
The TXPD has done their job thus far. I'm sure it's in the documentation of who contacted me.
Yeah.
So
now I'm razzling him a little.
Or lie under oath, as you so are obsessed with.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just asking questions, trying to get to know your circumstances.
And I've answered your question. I've answered your question.
No, please don't raise your voice, sir.
No, you cast a bait, and I've bit.
Mr. Rudolph, can you please remain in a calm manner, please?
Yes, sir. I apologize.
All right, now I've got a question for you. We all watched the video prior to leaving this room. Everyone here watched it. Joey watched it. You've watched it. The district attorney's watched it, probably a few times. I've got a question.
Damn right I have.
Now, when you say that you weren't, how do you say?
Oh, here comes another one, I bet.
You were scared, right? You don't know who these people are. You don't know what they do. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So when someone says to you that you need to clean up, what does that mean to you, sir? Take out the trash? What does that mean to you?
If I understand your question, you are asking about when Salieri, as I showed up in the dress that I am in now.
How do you object to him only using
Liked me
part of
because
the
he said,
evidence?
I'm a man that looks like he knows how to clean up.
What would that be called?
All right. And what kind of business is Mr. Salieri in?
A clean business.
Well, no, specifically.
Yes, I ordered steak dinner, which I still have on me.
Wonderful. Now, as you know, whenever your patrons leave your restaurant, you've got to clean up. You've got to take out the trash. Even when they're leaving from their individual tables, they've got to be bussed. Those tables must be cleaned.
That's the thing. I never ate there. I still have the steak dinners on me. I'm not
Correct.
going to accept a single thing from that man. I'm
Yes.
not going to eat. I'm not going to drink a single thing from that man. I still have him on me.
I understand. In the video, he's explaining to you what's necessary to bring you on, and everyone starts somewhere. Sounds to me like you probably were starting at the bottom of the line to grow and learn the business inside and out. And to me, it sounds like bussing tables and washing dishes.
Objection, speculation.
I'm gonna go ahead and you can go ahead and continue through your questioning, sir.
All right.
I'm allowed.
Are you aware of the happenings at the restaurant? Do you know of the DJ parties that they have there? Different musical bands that come through and entertain their guests?
I've never heard of such thing. No, there's a woman there named Ma that you do not want to wake up. That's all I know.
All right. Well, let me explain to you. Throughout different evenings, you have different events. Thursday nights, you may have DJs. Fridays, you may have a live band. Well, during these times, you've got to have someone who has access to the front door and allows you to check people in, check ID, that kind of thing. And if they get rowdy, they're called bouncers. They may have to take a bat to someone's legs if they are harming their patrons. Now, I'm not going to go so far as to say bat necessarily, but if it calls for it. Have you ever been to a party late night and it got out of control and the bouncers had to bounce someone out?
No.
You ever been to a party?
Yes.
Okay. Well, these are very, 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 very common practice things. You start at the bottom and you work your way up. Maybe one day you could have become a bartender. Maybe one day you could have become a manager. But you have to start somewhere. So if you're looking at the evidence, we can't say empirically, for a fact of any nature, that he wasn't speaking about taking out the trash literally and cleaning up. You have to start somewhere. When he's talking about Tony taking care of people and doing them harm, well, that's just to protect his establishment and make sure that it doesn't get too rowdy. You understand that? It's a restaurant.
I have to rewatch that video.
Last time I
Like
checked,
you guys,
restaurants don't have
you seem
bouncers.
trustworthy. I know Feather
When
can
they have
vouch for you.
events like DJs
No,
and
I don't
live
want you
music,
making
it's
the same mistakes
required
he
to
did.
check ID.
Okay.
What type of restaurant has loud events?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance on this. The video never said anything about parties or anything like that.
Well, the video never said anything about anything else either.
I'm
This
gonna
is
go
a
ahead and
business.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and allow the DA's objection. Go ahead and
How could you
rephrase
allow an
it.
ejection to something so boldly on, like, how? How could you do that, sir? His business, his restaurant. You clean in a restaurant. You protect your patrons in a restaurant during live events.
You protect your patrons with
Whatever means
hospitality.
necessary.
Hospitality.
Well, if you have
Comfort.
late night events and people drink as you do, sir, as you said, have you ever been mad when you drink?
Again, objection with the relevance.
Well, we're talking about the direct
The
video
witness isn't on
that
trial,
you
though.
have provided. And I'm talking directly towards the business in which this man runs. How could you say relevance?
I'm gonna go ahead and you can answer that question, Mr. Rudolph.
Have you ever been mad?
Gives me
after
one,
drinking?
gives him one.
No.
After drinking the moonshine, thinking about it for a while, you weren't mad at the supposed ill manner that you believe that my client has done. You weren't mad and drunk.
I never drank the moonshine.
All right. The witness
Any
covered
alcohol
that.
beverage of that matter.
All right, counselor, you can go ahead and try to hurry this up, these questions up real quick.
I understand this is the battle of wits, counsel.
Well, here's what it is, sir.
For the sake of the people.
You've got to make sure that the restaurant is clean due to FDA inspections. You've got to make sure that your patrons are
And
well
that
taken
doesn't
care of.
inquire busting people's knees out. Cleaning to FDA inspection does
Mr.
not.
I
Mr.
apologize.
Rudolph, can you
Well,
go ahead
I
and
do
keep an
believe that the
comment on that?
jury has seen your anger in this matter, and I
That
do
didn't
believe
help.
with your alcoholism that you could be thrown out of the law at any time. I rest my case.
Any further questions for the witness? Mr. DA?
Not at this time.
All right, Mr. Rudolph, you can go ahead and go back and take your seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I'm technically
Mr.
not
DA, do you have
supposed to use
any other witnesses you would like to
stuff.
bring up?
Yes. DA is gonna call up Mr. Soleri, the defendant.
Alrighty, bailiff, you can go ahead and swear in.
All right. Oh shit! Sorry.
Whoa!
All right, raise your hand. Do
Mm-hmm.
you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God.
So
I solemnly swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, and only the truth, so help me God.
All right, you can proceed.
Alrighty. You can bring that thing. Alrighty, Mr. DA, you go ahead, the question is yours.
All right, Mr. Soleri. So, you are the owner of the quote-unquote restaurant, correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. In this establishment, what would you normally find if you were looking through shelves, cupboards?
Foods, beverages, ingredients for my food. You know, maybe some old food that needs to get thrown out still that we're currently working on. But we always check our food before we serve it.
Okay. But normally you wouldn't find, moonshine distilleries making illegal alcohol.
Objection.
So
Has
you're
not been
so
proven
in
that he was
your
making the illegal alcohol.
so
I'm gonna go ahead and
let me
I'm gonna
rephrase
have you,
that.
I'll have you rephrase.
So
Yeah.
the distilleries that are used to make illegal alcohol, not necessarily being used, but they are used to make the illegal alcohol, along with multiple weapons, bags of drugs, and other ingredients as well, and explosives, firearms, ammunition. None of that would normally be found in a restaurant, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, in the evidence provided by the Texas Department of Safety, there's multiple weapons that were found during the raid of your establishment, the restaurant that you have admitted that you were the owner to. There are multiple moonshine distilleries along with ingredients to make the illegal moonshine, along with the explosives, ammunitions, and bags of drugs. Do you have anything to say about those that was found in the building?
Yes, I do. So, I live at the building. If you, as you may have seen, there is beds in there. I do live in there. I don't know if you've been there before.
I have not.
But I do live there. I do have a weapons license, and I do have a right to keep my weapons on my property, as I live there. And then I have been locked up for the past couple days, so I have not known what goes on in my restaurant for the past couple days.
So what you're saying is that people that you claim to know and trust could have put those there?
Could have.
That are in your establishment?
Could have, yes.
And who else has keys to your facility?
All my workers do.
And can you give us a list of those workers?
I do not have a list on hand. I
You
keep a
don't-
list at my restaurant.
You don't know your employees? How many employees do you have?
Objection. He's already asked the question. He's already stated the facts. He said he does not have the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody to get a different line of questioning, please.
Okay, you said you don't have a list of the employees. How many employees do you have, though?
Off the top of my head, 5 to 6.
So, how long have you owned this business?
I've owned this business for over a couple months now.
Just a couple months.
Yes, just a couple
Would
months.
you say you've been running it pretty smoothly without any flaws?
Yeah, I'd say pretty smoothly. I have customers that come in and out every day. You know, cooking up good food for them, and also providing for my mom. So if I'm providing for my mom, then I have to have some type of good income. You know.
Okay. Now, what would you say about the witnesses who have claimed that you have given them the moonshine directly from yourself and along with the fentanyl?
I do not recall giving anybody anything.
What was it that you were locked up for the last couple of days, if I may ask?
I had a warrant for my arrest.
Objection. He is leading the witness. He has not been proven guilty in a court of law. We are establishing this now.
I asked him why he was arrested.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and allow the questioning.
Go ahead.
I had a warrant for my arrest.
Do you know what that warrant was for?
Allegedly murder.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Was alleged murder the only charge that you had the arrest for your warrant for?
That's all I've been told.
You weren't given a warrant when you were arrested. You were just arrested and didn't think nothing of it.
Yes, sir. I was arrested. What else are you gonna do when you get arrested other than try to cooperate to the fullest extent and hope everything goes well?
I mean, I'm sure as anybody would, if I were to be arrested, I would definitely want to know that all charges being brought to me, especially if there was a warrant out.
I do, but they would not provide it.
Okay. And what was your relation with the deceased?
He worked with us for a little bit. He was, you know, a good part of my restaurant. He loved making food, and he loved being a bartender.
Okay. So in the video evidence provided earlier, as we all watched, who was it you were referring to when you told the confidential informant, Carton Rudolph, that you didn't want him to be like?
My father.
And what's so bad about your father?
He was a terrible man to me back in Italy, where I came from, and that's why I moved, just to get away from him.
And what in that video as well, there was mentions of your cousin Tony breaking knees with bats and anything else he can get his hands on, including wrenches.
Okay.
Let me think of this question real quick. Have you witnessed him do any of those things to anybody?
No, sir.
So what was the tactics behind bringing that up?
I wanted to make Tony seem like he's tough, and I wanted the men that I was trying to get into my restaurant to understand the serious extent, even though that what I have said was not true, but the gravity of the situation.
So it's not uncommon for you to lie then?
No, it is uncommon for me to lie. I just, in a court of law, you swear an oath to, tell the truth, and I am telling you to the extent of that oath that I'm telling the truth right now.
but at my restaurant I was not.
Okay. And how are in your opinion, how do you feel about the confidential informant and the claims made?
I feel the claims are false against me. I don't have any feeling towards the confidential informant. If the police think they're doing is right, then so be it. But like I said, I don't have any feeling towards the confidential informant, and I don't. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay. Well, so yeah, just to make sure I'm clear, you're saying that the weapons found at your establishment, in your lock boxes, and
Leading
in
the
your
witness, objection.
I'm gonna go ahead and allow the questioning.
So the evidence provided that's been found in your establishment and in your lockers and cabinets and all that is not yours, but it is your establishment, and you claim that in the last couple days somebody else had moved all of those in there, correct?
The Glock 22 that was in there, that I bought legally with my weapons license, is mine. But the whatever else you guys found that is bringing me here today, I do not. That was not mine.
Okay. No further questions at this time.
Alrighty. Dr. Spencer, would you like to cross-examine your client, or you want to go ahead and move on?
No, absolutely, I'll question my client. Let's get to the facts of the matter here. You were asked, what do you find in a restaurant, sir? You simply answered food. Some needs to be cleaned up, some doesn't need to be cleaned up. I'm going to ask you a question that's based on facts and facts alone. Sir, you are under oath. Did you kill Mr. Rudolph?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay. Now, with that being said, under oath, directly from my client, we have to ask ourselves, had it not been for you being targeted as the killer of Mr. Rudolph, would any of this even be relevant?
No, sir.
One day, you're known as an upstanding businessman, and the next day, your name is torn apart, your business is torn apart. Is that how you feel, sir?
Yes, sir.
A warrant out for your arrest. With no facts. No facts whatsoever. Now, does anyone in this city hate you?
Not that I can recall from.
So you don't know if anyone hates you, but it's quite possible with a successful business, a great name, a great establishment, DJ nights, that you could very well be hated. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I rest my case.
Any further questioning from the witness?
Not for me.
Alrighty. Bailiff, you can escort him back down to his seat. At this time, we're gonna go ahead and once he escorts him back, we are gonna start back with our closing statements.
I did want to call up one other witness real quick again.
Okay.
It's a returning witness, Dale Chief.
Mr. Dale.
As
You
you've
go- you
already
can-
been sworn in, you're still good, sir.
Yeah, you're still good. You can go back up to this chair, sir. Alrighty, DA, the floor is yours.
So, on which day was the defendant arrested with the arrest warrant?
Give me 1 second, hold on.
Objection. Objection. He should be pulling from memory, not from any other circumstance. This is his testimony, not an ability to check his notes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and well, shit. Sorry. Mr. Chief, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pull from your memory, sir.
The arrest. Oh, hold on, sorry. Ask your question again, please.
On which date was the defendant arrested with the search warrant or with the arrest warrant?
The warrant was served on April 1st.
Okay. And do you have the MDT report for that case number, report 172?
Yes, I do, but
Again, objection. He's not allowed to pull from notes. This is strictly from his mind, what he can remember, the circumstances pertaining to the client. To my client.
I was gonna say he is able to pull from it because it is a official MDT record from the Texas Department of Public Safety. I will allow him to pull from that.
okay, I'm gonna pull the data up right now. Okay, what do you want to know?
Just the details of that report.
All right, as I stated in my previous testimony, we arrived on scene. It was myself, Colonel Brooks, and Trooper Watson. We found and discovered the deceased male with a firearm and a handwritten note beside him. And the note was saying, should not have messed with us. We gave you a choice, but this is how you wanted it. And that was signed by Solari. And a revolver was found next to the body with 1 round fired. And a legal Glock 17 was found on the deceased. The spent shell was right by the scene, and they could have indicated a firefight may have occurred. The officers, myself, Colonel Brooks, and Trooper Watson cleared the surrounding area and found no additional individual or immediate threats. The scene was locked down. Following a thorough review of our CCTV footage, we did. Texas DPS has positively identified Angelo Solari as one of the individuals involved in the incident. The second person was present but has been identified. Based on evidence, Texas DPS has concluded the investigation and a warrant had been issued for the arrest of Angelo Solari. With the warrant in place, the case now considered closed pending the apprehension of the suspect, and that is the incident report.
Okay. And then were you a part of the raid?
Yes, I was.
And what was found during the raid?
We found a lot of weapons, a lot of handguns, moonshine, distilleries, some explosives. That's all I can remember on the top of my head right now.
Okay, and the weapons that were found, were all of those legal weapons that you could buy at any given ammunition store around town?
I am not too sure that to answer that, but we do know that if once the weapons were processed, we would be able to look at it more in depth as the investigation continues.
Okay, give me 1 second here. So, I don't know about most people, but I know I've been to the weapon stores, and tell me if any of these weapons are available at the weapon stores. MAC-10?
Objection. He's leading the client down a line of questioning that is particularly obscure to his case.
This is, Your Honor, just to back it up, this is evidence that's been provided to the court prior to the court date. I'm just listing some of the items that were found, and I'm just asking the witness to tell me if They can or cannot be bought from an ammunition store with a illegal weapons license.
I'll allow the questioning.
Can a MAC-10 be bought at an ammunition weapons store?
MAC-10 is a weapon that has to be manufactured.
What about a military-grade rifle?
That is a legal weapon unless you are law enforcement.
What about C4?
C4 is illegal on any case as a domestic terrorism.
G-Pard?
That is a manufactured weapon.
A PD Colt M607.
That is a law enforcement weapon that only law enforcement officers are allowed to have.
Okay, a heavy sniper MK2.
That is an illegal weapon unless you are a law enforcement.
All right. What about a TAN 1911 or the illegal Glock 17?
That is an illegal handgun, so that is unprohibited.
Sorry, there's quite a bit here. Give me a second here. Alrighty. So it is known that most of these weapons that were found are in fact illegal weapons.
That is correct.
Okay. Well, I think that pretty much clears up any more further questioning for me at this time.
Alrighty. Dr. Spence, you have any further questioning for him?
I sure do, but I'll keep it very brief.
Alrighty.
I've got 3 questions for you. Are you the chief of the Texas PD?
That is my current role, yes.
Did you check the casings found outside of the establishment where the cadaver was found?
I am not using any of them.
I did not check the cases myself, no.
Hence why you
In this
didn't
case
get called out
earlier,
for it.
In your previous testimony, did you perjure yourself?
Yes.
That's all.
Alrighty. And I want to go ahead and any further questioning from anybody or any more witnesses to bring up?
Not at this time.
Dr. Spence, you have any witnesses you want to bring up? Counselor?
No.
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and start moving to clothing statements. DA, the floor is yours for your clothing statements, and then after that it'll be Mr. Spence, and then after that we're gonna go ahead and go into a little recess for the jury to decide their the verdict. DA, the floor is yours.
All right. So we have witnessed today from multiple testimonies and evidence provided that there is definitely an imminent threat from Mr. Solari, the defendant. He has no problem using fear to his advantage to try to get what he wants, or to try to scare others into doing or believing a persona of his, so to speak. We have evidence proof through the CCTV that the defendant was identified on scene at the time of the murder where the body was found, where there was a note found with his signature threatening, stating that they warned him and this is how it had to be, to sum it up. We all had the evidence in front of us and we've all seen it. I asked today that we get justice for Mr. Rudolph and also fill out the rest of the charges for all of the other possession crimes as well, as far as all of the assault rifles and all the illegal weapons and explosives and drugs that were found on his property that he has openly admitted to being his property. And I'm sorry, I don't know anyone who doesn't know what's going on in the place that they're living, especially when their mother is in that house. And you can't tell me that he didn't know for sure that there was those items inside of his house where his mother was staying. And we just asked for justice today. Simple as that. The defense attorney attorney definitely had, some good point of views, but none of them beat the evidence that's been provided to you today. And that's what they all are, just point of views from his eyes. That's the best. That's all I have for my closing statement. Thank you.
Already, Mr. Spence.
No problem. As all of you have gathered for this dreary, dreary, dreary day, few things we have to reflect on.
That was a
An
decent
officer
closing
lied
statement.
under oath. A second officer was unable to identify additional casings at the scene. The perimeter was obviously not secure and taken care of. The parking lot was all but in their purview for checking and doing their due diligence. The young man who stood before us didn't know the men that his father may or may not have known. He just knows that they're scary, and they scare him. But for what reason? Is it possible that a young man who's torn apart by losing his father on a day such as this could have been maybe lashing out in anger for what is unfortunately an unsolved misfortune? Thank you.
All right, thank you, counselors. Now we're gonna have the bailiff. They're gonna escort them to the
Wish you could wheel the chair around.
to the room behind me on my right. They're gonna escort them back there into the conference room. They're gonna be in there by themselves. Once they are ready, one of them will come out and get the bailiff, and we'll come back with their verdict. Like at this point in time, we're gonna go into a slight little recess until the jury has come over verdict. Recess is in session.
All right, y'all follow me, please.
Mr. Solari, if you want to go ahead and just stay put, right there, and then
Yes, sir. I'll sit in right here.
Officer, I am judge, sir. Mr. Rudolph, you kind of don't stand behind Mr. Solari. Kind of go on the other side of the courtroom for me, please. And also make sure y'all drink, eat, and stretch your legs.
One of the jury members went out the front.
Also, make sure all jury members are following the bailiff's orders, or if not, you'll be held in contempt.
I get winded easy. Whew.
Judge, I have to shower and shit.
This fucking chair.
This shit bad, dude.
There we go. Got it. All right. Let's see if I did a good enough job to get justice tonight. After a 3-hour-long court case. See if I can make Mr. Gary Spencer with a loss after 45 years of doing law. With me being a first timer, that'd be pretty awesome. I have a feeling, in my opinion, that capital murder is going to get dropped, but all the other charges are going to end up sticking. It's unfortunate that the confidential informant doesn't know how to work the body cam stuff. Yeah, look at that. Speedy Trials was not speedy at all. Hey, bud, you need to come back over to this side. Fuck this chair, man. Fucking tired of it. Can I borrow your chair?
Yeah, it's fine. It hurts my butt.
They are very uncomfortable, aren't they?
Oh my god, could we at least get something cushy? Like, I mean, look at that. It's all
Sir?
steel.
Sir?
Oh, yep.
We can hear you.
Sorry.
Mute yourself in the Bluetooth. My live eyes were telling me you were echoing too bad, so I had to mute you in Bluetooth. But I could hear you just fine over here, so it worked fine for me.
I'm whispering.
Yeah.
I'm on edge, man. I don't know how this is gonna go.
It was a well-fought battle, man. It was a well-fought
Dude,
battle.
you got tight at the end. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Your closing statement was pretty tight too. I dig it.
Thank you, thank you. I have a feeling it'll be a partial both ways. But we'll
I
see.
just hope we don't have a hung jury.
That's what I swear to God. How you doing on food and drinks? You good?
Yeah. Let's work out a plea deal. Can you give me the Tony stuff?
Yeah, I got you. Wait.
Yeah.
Reverse or same?
What all is he charged with?
We'll talk about that after this is done.
No, we can go ahead.
Because that way we can get him to fucking tell us 100%. Because I honestly don't know right offhand.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Oh, here they come.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the jury's in there trying to figure stuff out, and I mean, I think
Was that a shower? A hot steamy shower?
Alright, at this time, the bailiff is bringing back the
back memories.
the jurors, and they're going to come back with their verdict for the entire situation. And then
Thank
one
you,
of them
Post.
does
Thank you.
have to decide who's the main speaker of who's going to pronounce the verdict.
Chat, what do you guys think? Am I losing it? Am I losing some charges? Like I said, I'm feeling the capital murder is probably going to end up getting dropped. If anything, it might be dropped to a lesser charge. What are you guys thinking? Raz, you the only one tuned in still?
Conflict of interest if I get your number just in case I need a representative.
I do look good as an attorney, though, don't I? Look at that. Look at that drip. Look at that drip.
The jury is not ready yet. They're still deliberating.
They're still deliberating. Okay, cool. Okay. I'll stand here then. And then you can go ahead and go get them when they're just kind of stand there and let them know when you're ready. And just come back and bring them back when they're ready.
I feel harassed.
I got a sick ass car outside if it's still there.
I agree. How's your day, Judge? Good to hear. Good to hear.
I thought the mob was about respect. Last time I checked, you don't smoke in a courtroom.
Fair. I'm gonna need you to calm down on the comments, please, sir. Thank you.
Mob. Why are everyone throwing these words around mob? I'm a fucking restaurant owner.
Smoke in your restaurant like that too?
Yeah, I fucking do.
Mr. Carter, I'm gonna need you to keep down the comments, or you will be holding contempt.
It's a fucking bar. You smoke in a bar.
Like I said, Mr. Carter, you better hold your comments yourself, or you'll be holding contempt.
Sorry, sir.
Like you know, this is the I allow smoking in here. Y'all
Oh
can
shit,
smoke.
let me get one of them. And a lighter.
Out of curiosity, is there a shower back there? I'm back here stinking. I'm not worried about a smoke no more. I'm worried about me stinking these up.
Shit, we need to smoke extra because of the stench.
There you go, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Just think of e-smoke. I'm pretty good on that, sir. Thank you.
I know, chat. It's taking a long time to deliberate back there. A little worried. A little worried. I don't know if it's good or bad. I wonder if there's a vape too. Ooh, there is. Oh, we got a big dragger. A big boy.
Are y'all liking the music?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. Also, Council, would y'all care for a Cuban cigar from my personal collection? Alright, okay. Well, anyways, after this, if y'all are welcome to my office after this to give y'all a cigar, no matter if y'all win or lose.
Appreciate that, Judge.
Those things are super uncomfy.
I'm sorry. That's just from the you can
No,
blame
I
the
get
mayor.
it.
You
I
can
get
blame
it.
the
You
mayor.
know, it's made in the prison. You can only expect so much from fucking schmucks like that. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
fucking I would. You know, dumb schmucks that can't respect justice system as we do.
Actually, hold up. I have a cushioned seat cushion for you. I'll get you out 1 second.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm saying.
He's so tied up on me standing in his.
How'd you get that office chair?
Me?
Yeah.
Flex your E muscle and then office.
Artie, would y'all like some cushioned seats? Seat
Oh
cushion?
yeah, I would love one. Thank you. You know, I'm old and I'm frail.
Would you care for a seat cushion?
Sure, seat cushion for sure.
Hope that's how you spell cushion.
There you go. And then there's a seat cushion for you. Would any of you fine people care for a seat cushion?
I'll be alright. I'm trying to stay in the furthest corner so I don't stand
Yeah, I
up.
think he's
but thank you,
schizophrenic. We
though.
should
Oh,
put him
do you need a shower, sir? I can escort you to a shower. Yeah, just follow me. I got you. Come on.
Alright, hold on.
Damn, bro, what the fuck's going on? Oh, there.
Yeah,
this is
that
a
one.
very good,
How'd you do
this
that
is a
one?
very good chair. If you flex your F3,
Mm-hmm.
go to search, and it's chair, and it's
Okay.
one of the chair options towards the bottom, like sit chair, armchair. This one's book, sit chair, book.
Okay, thanks.
They left him back there alone? The jury?
Also, there is a book too that I left underneath there. You know, you can
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Oh, what's the book this time? What's something about?
It's well, it's 50 Shades of Grey. Not very good form setting, but I'll still read anything.
I'm sorry, that was led from the
Nico's
last
chair.
client that was here. There was definitely a woman of the streets.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, it's very interesting. Hey, Judge. Sorry to call you back after you just so graciously walked forward. You didn't leave him back there with the jury, right?
He said, "Well, they're back now."
For Mr. Rudolph to come back in.
Okay. Also, jury, has one of y'all decided who's going to be the main speaker given the verdict? Is that Mr. Riddy, I presume?
Yeah,
That is correct.
Alrighty.
Apologize.
Alright, right now we're just gonna wait back for Mr. Okay. Well, it seems like everybody's back in here. We're just waiting on Mr. Dale. Alrighty, okay. On the case of State versus Mr. Angelo
Just a moment of
Soleri, what
truth.
does the jury find?
After careful review of all the evidence, the jury finds the defendant as not guilty.
As not, you find him as not guilty?
As not guilty, correct.
Alrighty. Well, that being fine, that today the state versus Mr. Angelo Soleri, that he is now is found not guilty, and he'll be acquitted of all charges. And court is now concluded.
Oh, yes. Send me your number. Never send me your number.
Damn it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, let's
Am I free to go outside and change into some normal clothes, sir?
Yes, sir.
That was a bummer. They only did one charge though. They didn't do all of them.
Thank you guys.
I'll show Mr. Tomicat, please speak to you in my chambers, please.
These motherfuckers. They half-assed did the charges. He should have been charged for all of it.
I don't know
Except
what
for
to
the
say.
capital murder. Honestly, my opinion, they only just there was multiple charges. Multiple charges, and they just said he was not guilty. What charge was he not guilty of? All of them? The capital murder? I mean, I don't know. The list of charges should have been named off, and each one should have been guilty or not guilty for each charge. A little confused on that part.
Yep. I don't know how our camera footage did not get into the evidence. What the hell?
Which part?
The trajectory of the bullets. I thought we put that in the damn evidence.
Oh, yeah. I was worried when that was brought up, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't, because I never saw nothing. No evidence of the trajectory. And then when Watson brought it up again, I was like, slap myself in the face. I was like, no, quit bringing that up. Which I am going to question it, though. I'm going to talk to the judge. I'm confused, because, like, there was multiple charges there. And I don't understand how there's just one not guilty verdict. I don't even know what charge was not guilty. Like, yeah, the main one was the capital murder, but...
Yeah, but all the other charges of weapons and... Yeah.
I guess one thing I should have asked you when you were up there is if he actually had a valid license, weapons license as well. When I called you back the second time. Which if y'all arrested him, I'm assuming you would have taken it away then.
Son of a bitch!
Hey, Judge, question. What charge was not guilty? Because there was multiple charges.
Overall, the entire court, like every single charge considered into one, could not be considered guilty.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, because normally you have to go, I was gonna say normally you'd go through all the charges and tell them like, hey, what he's guilty
If you do
of,
that, then we can come back and do that. But from what we were told, we're judging the entire. We're not judging, but you know.
Yeah, I thought each charge was being dealt with all separately. Like each charge, obviously not separate, but each charge would have its own guilty, not guilty plea.
Not guilty, yeah. That would have different results, but that's not what we were asked for.
See, yeah, that's what I'm getting at, because I feel like I get the capital murder getting dropped because of lack of evidence, but I feel like some of those other charges should have stuck.
Yeah, it is.
And I think capital murder was kind of iffy in the beginning, but I didn't have much time to prep beforehand. Otherwise, I probably would have lowered it to like second-degree murder or something. Because capital murder is like hitman shit. But that obviously is after the matter talk. But yeah, I was just confused on the whole charging thing because it was just one verdict and there was like 20 fucking charges. And that's what I was confused about. Tell me, was it at least kind of close?
Yeah, honestly, would have been, and unless like 2 or 3 of them we all can agree on could be proven guilty. So therefore, the entire thing could
What was the main charge you guys were depending on or debating
to
on?
be guilty or not, like we weren't sure about.
Oh, I mean, just in like the main charge that you guys were looking at. Were you guys looking at the murder charge more than anything?
Yeah, of course the murder charge, the weapons, what's it called? Gang activity, technically.
I mean, like I said, there's certain points of the fucking trial. I was like, bro, y'all kind of like threw your case a little bit, and then like also there's other times, so you try to bring it back, especially too, and you're like, I muted myself too, and you're like, oh, so you say you confirm that you could lie and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I see where you're going with that, yada yada yada, whatever.
Trying to take away his credibility.
So that's exactly what happened. So because like Dale kind of slipped up by saying, you know, the bullet casing issue.
Yeah.
And so did
Watson.
What's Rudolph? No. So did
Oh.
Rudolph. Because he clearly stated that he was being threatened in that video specifically in like a certain way, which did not happen. So he therefore lied as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I said, there's times where they threw the case. Not gonna lie. Like I
So
sat back
both
too,
of
and I
them
was
lied,
like,
so.
I was like, bro.
Oh, I facepalmed myself quite a few times. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, same. Literally, I was back there too. That's why I was like, because towards the end, not gonna lie, I was
You
kind
just
of
let that shit play out, bro. You did good.
not gonna lie. Towards the end, I was kind of like, he was like objection. I was like, no, I'm gonna let the question go. No, I'm gonna let the question go. I was like, I was trying to get him to go to jail. Towards the end, I was like, no, I'm gonna let it go. And then, I mean, some of the questions too. He was kind of like, oh, objection, hearsay. I'm like, he's actually about to explain it before you even like said it too. And I was like, all right, no.
Yeah.
The motherfucker should be a lawyer in real life. Fuck.
I'm telling you, bro. When when my other soul volunteered his ass, I knew what a battle it was gonna be.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a battle. But I'm gonna go talk to Rudy and go beat his ass.
All right, y'all. That concludes the court case. Unfortunately, due to the charging portion of it.
Nobody's on radio set me.
What the fuck? How the hell? What the hell? Why that keeps coming? What the? Why?
Go hit F3, think about F3, and then think about cancel emotes.
There, maybe that'll work. Thank you. Oh, my right is still there. Well, unfortunately, due to the way the charges were determined, there was no guilty verdict at all during this court case. It was definitely an interesting court case, though. It was well fought. I learned some things, and hopefully we'll have more in the future. I'm not giving up on the whole attorney thing. I think I still got a little bit of fight in you for it, but it definitely was a learning moment for me, for sure. First court case ever as a district attorney or any lawyer in that matter, and going against someone I knew from the get-go was going to be a pain in the ass to argue with, because that motherfucker probably spent all day prepping for this shit, and I had 15-20 minutes before the court date to prep it. But with the court date being over, everybody, that's going to be it for the night. And hopefully start seeing more content here soon again. I know it has been quite a bit before or since last time I was in. But looking to change that, especially now that we kind of have these kind of situations going on in city. Look out for me to be on my cop character. Also run an MC as a president as a motorcycle club. So who knows? Maybe the next time you see me in court might be on my cousin through my motorcycle club. Stay tuned though, check in, follow, get that live notification when we go live. Come check it out. Y'all have a great night.